Bit of order there now, please. When we're going through built-up areas, please don't be singing and shouting like that. I know you're all excited. When we get out in the country again, you can let it rip, all right? How are you? Mickey D with you here on a great evening. Absolutely delighted the way today went today. After a couple of days that things just didn't go right for us, everything went right today. I felt fairly confident last night. You may be able to be reading between the lines with me at times. I don't come on here promising you that this will win or that will win, but I always say if they're into their ability that I look at, we have a chance. And, they can be competitive. And today was one of those days. Some days, you get like that, and other days then you could be as unlucky as hell. So, it was good. It was great to pick out the French one at 14s, and I went out to 16s last night as well. So at the advised prices, the four winners was 511 to 1. At the returned SPs, I think it was 265 or 266 to 1. But anyway, great that they ran to their ability and that they ran the way I expected them to. A fellow texted me last night, he seemed fairly confident about the three short ones. And I said, well, I'm confident, but you can't be overconfident, There was chaos on the bus. As you'd expect. It reminded me years ago, my late dad, he was in hospital in Sligo, and there was a guy in the bed next to him, and he had kidney problems, and he'd go to the toilet about every 10 or 15 minutes, but the door closer, the self-closing door, that one, it wasn't closing properly. So the door would bang every time. But every time he'd pass the bed going in and out to the toilet, he would say, not a bad day. My old man, he used to say, look at him coming again, not a bad day. So that's what I would call today, not a bad day. Chuffed that everyone, I read some of the comments and I didn't get back because I was trying to do a bit for tomorrow. I will answer them all, I always do. So it was great to see that it was Lucky 15's hit and the trebles was hit and everything, and smashing, delighted. I had a good day, I'll tell you, but I didn't knit the four of them together, and I thought I had with William Hill, and I didn't, but I had the treble up. I done a Trixie and a treble, and I done an each way treble with the three of them, so I hit that and had an each way single on that at 14th last night, and I took a bit of 10s again today when I seen money for him. So that was a good winner, good one to spot. Anyway, on the bus we had with a lot of them today: Joey Leon, Tommy Giddy Up Plunkett, Pádraig Fallon, Christina Davis was in the women's section, nicely attired, and with a new woman there, she came on dressed to the nines, Karen Shetman, hope I'm pronouncing that right, Mark McKee. As night follows day, you can rely on Steo to come dragging a keg, and he had pulling a barrow behind him which is full of Easter eggs, so he said there was one of everyone for the audience, one for everyone in the audience. Darren Williams, seen a message there from Lawrence Biggin in Melbourne. I think that's the first cousin of mine. Well done, Lawrence, if you are watching in and betting today. Ali Mohammed, Billy Taylor, Colin Ainda was very happy with my analysis last night. He said he must have had the crystal ball out. So went in today. Jared Kelly hit the lucky 15. Steve T, Adrian O'Connor was all happy. He was leaning to one side. The pocket was bulging at 50s. Paul Mack gave the old boom signal there. And Bernardo Darian last night, he had legs crossed, fingers crossed, everything crossed. And it was good for him too, wasn't it? So a great day all around. Some of the comments that I have not read, I will mention them again in the next video. Right, thanks a million for all the comments. Now, try and get a few subscribers for me. Let's get up to the 1,000 before Punchestown. 3 for tomorrow. One is a similar sort of a profile horse to my Oberon. In the 314 at Musselburgh, there's a horse there called Intimate. It's trained now by Ian Williams and ridden by Danny Tudhope. It's a 6-to-1 shot, and they're paying 4 places worth a pint each way. The favourite in that race is 0-10 from Emmett Mullen's yard. It's a 9-year-old. This one is a 5-year-old. It's a mile 6. Anyway, it won first time out when was with Qatar Racing for John Gosden, and it was in Ascot. And Gosden always sends his good horses to Ascot. Um, it had 5 runs for Gosden and reached a rating of top rating of 91. Then it had 1 run in France on soft ground last April, and it doesn't suit soft ground. But it had 2 runs for the new yard in Medan this year. The first one was in a Group 1 to Lord Glitters, and it was 9th of 11. Now, people see a 9 after, but he was only beaten about 5 lengths. And it was over 9 furlongs, and he looks like an out-and-out stayer. And then the last day, it was in a Group 3, one that Manobo, that machine of Godolphins, that one. But it was an eye-catching 4th. Both times it went off at 80-1. But back in calmer waters, and I see it's gone up from 91 to 96 or 7 for running that. For the English handicapper put him up. He's seen what I've seen. So it's a handicap in, and I think it's worth a pint each way. 2 at Fairyhouse. The Ladies' National is on tomorrow, so I thought it might be best to look at that. And I came down on the favourite, it's 7-2 favourite, Right Place, Right Time, for the aforementioned Emmett Mullins, written by a very capable Maxine O'Sullivan. It won a beginner's chase last November over the course. It was over 3 miles. And it was 7th in the King Muir. Calmer waters here again, worth a pint win. And then the 450 handicap hurl, a horse that I backed the last time, but it didn't stay at the 2 miles too. It's a mare, 7-year-old mare called Glan. It has 2 runs at the track. It has been a first and a second, and the second in November was in a very competitive handicap hurl. And the last time then it ran over 2 miles too, but it didn't stay. And I looked all over the winner, and it traded short and running at the 2 mile pole. So that's an 11-1 shot, worth a pint each way. The bookies are paying 5 places. So take it easy with the winnings. Don't get carried away. Do something special with it. Treat your loved ones. Treat to Easter eggs or a drink or something like, And don't go foolishly betting again, just because you have a few pounds in your pocket, I always say. But it's hard got. Hold on to it. And my idea is always good, isn't it? Bet small, win big. Bet big, lose big. I was looking at the National. I have a lot of work done on it in a couple of hours this morning. Interesting stats. I'll share them with you tomorrow evening. I'm rushing because I want to get the dinner. I had nothing to eat, fuck all today, and I'm going umpiring a match in tonight at 8:15. So anyway, enjoy the evening, and you can sing it up now. Let her rip. Good luck, Mickey D. Over and out. Bash the bookies. We're done today.